Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. I'm Liz and I do all kinds of creative things on Artrensics. And today I'm going to play in this trash journal some more, and I have to tell you that it's getting pretty chunky. I've been messing around with it here and there, and I have lots of fun things in this journal that are memorials of my life of consumption at this season. This is my fall 2025 journal, and it's more of a visual journal than a writing journal, and that's fine with me. And I can write it, and I have places to write, and I will have more places to write because I'm going to add pockets with all kinds of things. So I have my Fabri-Tac glue, double-sided tape, some other things, but here's a few things that I wanted to add to it today, and also some circles. I want to put some circles on the edges of some of these pages because they're a little shorter, and why not use a circle as like a page flipper? So we'll see if I can utilize those. I have my scissors, which have double-sided tape stuck on them. But I tell you, that's one thing about these kind of projects. The scissors issue gets sticky. Now I use Goo Gone to clean them off, but I need to get some more Goo Gone because my little bottle is almost out. But I forget to clean them off between. I really have to consciously think about cleaning my scissors. Right now I've got stickers stuck on me. Anyway, but before I get into this, I'm going to show you my Inktober book. Yeah, now I know it's at filming of this, it's November, but I wanted to flip through this really quick. Inktober was a lot of fun, and it's one of those, it's a nationwide thing that you can get involved in. It's usually Instagram. And so what I did was I put some painted papers together in this haphazard way, and there's prompts, so every day is a different prompt. So this one was mustache, this is weave, crown, and murky, and it's Inktober, so there's lots of ink, deer and starfish. And I had a lot of trouble with this one. I had to really look and research, and that's what some people do, and that's okay. Pierce, like a piercing baby screaming. Reckless, this is a guy doing graffiti, writing the word reckless. Heavy, here's an ant doing that rubber tree plant. Sweep, pretty obvious. Broom, dustbin, that. Sting, hydrogen peroxide. Shredded some cheese. Drink is me and my water. Trunk is just an old tree trunk that has long since been forgotten. Ragged blanket for this baby. Blunder, leaving his coffee on top of the car. Ornate, making an earring. And this, I had plans to make a double page, but that was gonna take too much time. Deal for Granimals, I had really good deals at Walmart. Arctic was the Northern Lights and an iceberg. Rivals, we've got a poor guy with, the devil on one side and angel on the other. We got Blast, that was a fun one. Button, I used Frosty because Jubilee and I have been actually watching Frosty the Snowman. Yeah, with a button nose. Firefly, just a dark scene. And the problem with some of these pages is the background, so I had to white out some of the stuff. But anyway, this is Rowdy, so a crowded, experiencing a touchdown. Inferno, self-explanatory. Puzzling, Inktober was a little puzzling at times. Onion, skeletal, and some I had to draw beforehand. And then lesson, don't leave your car on empty. Vacant, cottage that's no longer lived in. Inktober was my award, my participation trophy. So I did it, yay me and you. So, and then I have a couple pages left, but I didn't fill them out. So that's my little Inktober book. Really fun challenge, and it was a challenge. I really had trouble with some of those, but anyway. So moving on to this, I have a few things that I want to add, and I'm realizing that I'm going to end up cutting this and making it wider. It's just too stuffed, and it would really be a thing to keep it closed. So that's going to happen later. So I'm going to set it aside because part of the reason is I added a few things. I added my Oreos, Oreos Thins tiramisu that were yummy. So that's going to add some bulk. And the Halloween candy bag. And I added salmon, a salmon bag. So now these, instead of 5 pieces in the signature, there are 6. So that's also going to make it bigger. And I did a little bit of sewing in them, and so there's that too. Okay, so I have my 3 signatures, and so far I like how these 3 signatures are together. This one's a little thicker for some reason, so I need to add more to this one because it's not even. You know what I'm saying, thickness wise. So let's see what I can add to this real quick. Let's pull these things over. Been drinking this Olipop ginger ale. It's really good. I like that. This one I think I'm going to put on the cover. And I found an old box of stuff, my stickers things, and I found the realtor. I found 3 cards of our realtor when we bought our house 6.5 years ago. So I want to put those in here because I think that's just funny. So, yep, our realtor Jay. Let me use tape to add that because I use tape. I put it on in here another place too. I want to add all 3 of them in here because it doesn't really matter anymore. So I'll just pop them in here. Oh, I got a top on that one already, so I'll have to do it on the side. What's on the back side? That's the thing too. What is on the other side of these things? Actually, no, that's okay. So I'm going to just make it like a little flip so it can be like, there's Jay. Hi, Jay. Thanks for your help. He has since moved to Texas with his family because the realty market here in Laramie is really strange. We have, when we moved here, you couldn't keep a house on the market, and there was more realtors than there was realty. So there was too much competition, and so he decided to take his family to Texas. I mean, he really gave it a good shot here. And he was great to help us, but it's only because we knew him. He went to our church, for the church that we were going to be participating in once we got here. So that's kind of how that unfolded. And I want to add this too. This is from my pens that are neon. Let's see. It's a little tall. I could add it to this. What about that right there? How's that going to interfere with the pocket? Not too bad. Is that going to be sticking out too far? Nope. Let me get the stapler for that. And I did bring out my sewing machine. I did a few things. I think I'm just going to not make it so, not a lot of sewing in it. Okay, let me see how that does with the pocket. Still plenty of room for the pocket. Excellent there. And I have this too, watercolor half pans. Oh yes, I bought these little tiny pans to make my own little travel things to put in like a bin, Altoids tin. I don't remember where I put them though. Here's one. Actually, these are for my headphones. Yeah, look at these little tiny pans, and I haven't filled them up yet, but I did buy a few new. I need to trim this because it's hard to get out. I did buy a few new watercolors that I can squirt in there. So yeah, watercolors. Anyway, let's see if I can add this to something. I think I need to extend this, and I've got this Olipop thing, but there's nothing on the back. Oh, I have a napkin here. We had a table church recently, and what table church is, we have all the tables set up, like if we were having a potluck, all the tables are set up, and then we have a subject, and then we just have it's like discussion groups, and we all sit around the table with our subject, and we just have nice discussions with people. So get to know them a little better, and other things. So that was fun. So let's add this napkin, and then have treats and stuff. donuts and coffee. And yeah, our church is small enough where we can do that. So that's kind of a fun activity that we do once a month. And we try to mix up our table so we're not sitting by the regular people that we usually do life with, Excuse me. But this was a napkin that we had, and it's very summery, but I'm putting it in anyway. And I think I'll put a little. Oh, you know what though? Let me think here. I covered up the whole thing, but the whole thing isn't going to be shown. Or would this be better as a pocket? Hello? What do you think about that? I think I'll use this as a pocket thing. But I still want to extend this page. So how should I do that? I do have the big this that I haven't used yet. Let's see if that's going to make anything stick out. But then there's nothing on the back of this. Oh, our struggles. What can I put on the back of this? At least on half of it. I'm shuffling through my stash right now. What about some black and white? I've got this printout. With my new computer, I have realized that I lost a bunch of files, and I'm not sure if I still have this. And I just don't know how to go about looking for stuff. It's so frustrating. What do I want to show more? This, or should I make this a pocket? This be in the pocket. That's kind of fun like that. Huh. Should I just, decisions. That would be a good something. I need to make a decision. I like that. If I do this, I can write on it. Do I have any paper that's lined? Any old lined paper? I have this. It's an old printout with a coffee cup in the corner. Write on that. How would that look? Would that cut off? That would cut off the coffee cup, though. Not a bad choice. Oh, let me think. Okay, that's taking too long in my brain. Not too long in my brain. What was my original thought? To do this right here. Maybe that's what I'll just do, this right here, and then I can still use the circle as a pocket. So in order to keep this on here, I need double-sided tape. And I'm just going to add a few pieces, make sure this is right side up, to this, okay. Is two enough? Two enough? I think so. Two's enough. Got a little too much on the bottom. So anyway, been playing in this here and there. I've also got a sketchbook that I'm trying to finish off. I'm really close to finishing it. So I've been looking at a lot of people online, getting inspiration, and then just doodling. Been watching the World Series, and it's over now, and yay Dodgers. But during some of that time, I was had my sketchbook out doodling, and Jubilee got in on it too. She's like, Grandma, can I sketch too? Because she was watching the baseball game with us, and she was thinking it was kind of fun. So anyway, she helped out with a few pages, which is kind of a cool thing. Let's see, now I've got stickies on me. Stop it. I could put this here. I could do that. The thing is, these staples on here are really well in there on these little tabs. Boy, it's amazing how many tools you use in something like this. I mean, you don't think you're going to need a staple puller for creating crafty things, but here you are trying to get it onto something. Let's cover this with the, and you got to use a staple puller. Okay, now it's getting all stuck on me. Okay, just add it to the back right there. Hope I glued that on there well enough. I don't even know. I feel like I'm rushing though. And it's been daylight savings time this last weekend. And I tell you, I have been loving it. I woke up early this morning. Yesterday, I just felt like I had so much extra time to create, and I was just having a blast. I'm just going to use regular old white clear tape on this one. Put it here, and then tape the back. And then I still got this to open up. All right. Okay, moving along. Let's see. And I'm gonna tuck that in there. That's cool. Like that. Oh wow, will this fit here too? Oh goodness gracious. Oh, that goes perfect there. Okay. Here's another one of those cards. I hope that doesn't get in the way of this. I might have to move that. It looks like it's going to be in the way. Sorry, Jay. Gotta move you. Yeah, Jay showed us 3 houses. Well, we're in Oregon, and he gave us 3 choices. He found 3 choices of homes for us and virtual tours. And the funny thing is, the first one he went to, he said there was going to be a lock to open it, and there wasn't. There was no key. The second one was absolutely disgustingly gross. It was ugly, and it was just in a part of town it was a non-starter to begin with. And then the third house was this sweet lady who was actually here, and she was so nice, and so he got to talk to her a little bit. And this was the house. She took our cash offer, and that was all it needed. That was all we needed to do. She was the one. This was the one. It's like the doors closed for us on the other options, and this was the one. So we still are very kind of mesmerized as to how that all happened. So, okay, so that's good. That's good. And I'm about ready to start adding pockets. There's some journaling. There's some more of these because I bought all of these about a month ago. I went to the Hobby Lobby, and so I'm trying to put all of those receipts and things in there. And here's some pockets here. Yeah, I'm getting ready to fill. I might add some color here. What does this need? An organic farms. It needs that. Let's do that. Let's clean this up though. It's kind of a mess, isn't it? Boy, getting avocados around here is tricky. We have our Walmart, but with our mostly decent organic selection, but everything comes up from Colorado, and if Colorado doesn't have it, I think it comes from California. And by the time it gets to us, it may or may not be good to use. And it's something we did not move to Laramie for, as that is the organic produce. Definitely not. Here I did that whole layering on itself again. That's not a good idea. Okay, so there's that one. There we go. Made it work. Okay. Where am I at? I'm at 20 minutes, guys. I think I'm going to call it a video. So I did work on this one only, which did it make it any thicker? I don't, maybe with the addition of this and this and that. Yeah, okay. So just a few things added in here. And that was just 20 minutes. The thing is too, I had it kind of already set up to go. I knew what I wanted to do. So I fixed this right here. Garden gun, just black and white. Bam, here's a little pocket here, here's a pocket here. Oh, I'm gonna have fun filling the pockets. And I think I need to get started on that part. And then I'm gonna have to add something on this too. Oh my gracious. Oh, here's some phone numbers. Yeah, I started cutting those out and making a sheet of those, which is fun. Oh my gosh. And then what did I do in here the other day? I added this, like I said. Oh, apple cider vinegar. What else did I add? This. So many pockets. Oh, I did some barcodes, QR codes. This is just fun to do. I was just playing with that for a little while. Some vitamins. Added a belly band here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. But it's getting thick and chunky, and I think it might, after I get the pockets filled, I'm going to have to start another one because it's just a lot. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. Gave you some inspiration, ideas, and I got a few things in here I wanted to get in. So take care, you guys. I love you. And as always, God bless. Bye-bye.